Ask Me Anything by Redmond Dietes. I didn't shower or bathe for 6 months. Ask me anything. In middle and high school between the ages of 14 and 17 I rarely showered, with the longest span between showers lasting from June of 1 year until just after Christmas. I find that a lot of the articles online are generally incorrect, so ask me anything. You must have been super popular. Honestly, looking back, it was strange that it didn't seem to have any effect on my social life. I guess it was just written off as one of those peculiar scents that some people have. I don't know what I smelled like on a normal basis, cause I guess after 4 years of it my nose just adjusted, but I never seemed to be shunned or alienated in high school. How often do you shower now? Once a day, every day. Broke the habit. Are you on the spectrum? Probably. I have APD, auditory processing disorder, in a form that makes it hard for me to catch the first few words of a sentence when someone speaks to me, and I'm a very awkward communicator in person despite communicating perfectly fine in writing. I've never been to a psychologist, but if I was diagnosed, I wouldn't be surprised. Have you ever taken a shower every day for a week, or ever planning to? This ended several years ago now, and what did it was a rash in an unfortunate place that wouldn't go away. It was right near Thanksgiving, and I could barely sit still all day because it itched so bad. The next morning was the end of both the longest time I had gone without showering and the last time I went more than 48 hours without one. There's a whole other story about coming back from not showering that I'll go into greater depth in if you want me to. What color was the water runoff when you finally showered? Clear. By that point, the bond between the dirt and dead skin and me was so strong that I had to use legit force to get it all off. The bottom of the shower was absolutely covered in dead skin though. Did anyone say anything about it or realize it? The parents usually complained after 2 months. They were usually the reason I showered at all. Outside of them, I usually wore hoodies and jeans at school, so no one really noticed how bad my skin was at the time, and I have no idea what I smelled like, but it never seemed to have an effect on my social life at school weirdly. What happened with your hair? If my hair is a little greasy it bugs me and I end up with a lot of face and body acne. Did a similar thing happen? You haven't seen and rough until the whole surface area of your scalp is a giant cap of dry skin. I'd say that about 70% of the dry skin that actively got shed all over was from my scalp. Sure, I had greasy hair and face acne, but that all looks like, and frankly wasn't any worse than what was fairly commonplace. The body acne on the other hand is a whole new level. Imagine a really bad pimple on your face, but you've got like 40 of them all over your shoulders and back. The shoulders are definitely where I had a lot of issues. Was it trauma related? I honestly wish it was. That would at least be a good excuse. Truth is, one Saturday morning I was playing a game on my phone, and my 7th grade dumbass brain was like, why shower when I could sit on the toilet seat and play more? So I did. Same thing happened the next day, and the next. It effectively became a habit. You didn't feel icky or anything? Personally, if I haven't showered even for 2 days I feel like a greasy mummy. Honestly, it's been so long since the first time that I might have then and I just don't remember. I guess it was just one of those things that the body just gets used to. Biologically, bathing isn't a fundamental requirement, it's just good practice. After a while the body adjusts and the nervous system gets used to it. Think of it like putting on makeup. It's weird the first time, but by the 7th or 14th it started to feel normal. Just in this case, instead of makeup it's oil and dead skin. I'm assuming it was obvious to other people? A strong odor? You would think. At any given moment it never seemed to be a problem. Of course I probably got used to it after a few days, but I never really seemed to be socially alienated at that time, which is what you would expect. It could have just been written off as teenage guy odor, or it could have just been assumed to be just a particular smell that I had. Not bad. Just odd. Once I started sweating, however, was a different story. All of that trapped dead skin and bacteria starts releasing 2-3 months of BO and you smell like the entire freshman gym class. How old are you now? 20. Not a question, but a comment. I needed this. I'm currently in the same situation. Although I have BPD and depression, so it fuels it, it wasn't always that way. I started as a kid too and just fell into the habit. Everything you've mentioned is pretty much the same here. So I am taking this as a sign. Thank you. Glad I could do something to help. That's one of the reasons I posted. If there's anything you want to ask about privately that I can help with, feel free to reach out. Were you depressed? Not at the time when I started, and I wouldn't say it directly caused any of my mental health issues during that time, but it certainly didn't help my perception of myself or my dispersonalization. Did you wear clean clothes every day and keep up with deodorant, etc.? Yeah, I did both. Despite the fact I never showered, I had an aversion to wearing clothes multiple times. The only period that I didn't wear deodorant was when I had to find a new one after I had an allergic reaction to the one I was using. Yo, after reading a bunch of comments, I'm just gonna give it to you straight. Everybody knew. You didn't smell yourself cause your nose adjusted to it, and even then you can't really smell your own scent, but others for sure did. There are kids who smell at my school and that's what they are known for. It's really obvious when they do. That's all folks. Thank you for watching. If you like videos like this one, why not like and subscribe for more? Have a nice evening.